Hello everyone, it's me, Silwolf, and I'm going to be showing you something a bit different in today's video. It was something interesting that I discovered the other day that came out to be complete coincidence, just because I was a bit curious about something um, that I saw in the pub. So we've got one shout out that goes to Me Gonzalez. Right, okay, so in this little picture here, this is a photo I took in the pub, and on the wall of the pub there is this map. It's a really old map of the area, right? So you can probably see there in the sort of like the lower left, there's a little bit of a grey kind of wooden wall part just below the brick. And where the brick and the grey part meet, it says Isolation Hospital. Now this sounds really creepy, and I was thinking, that's quite interesting. So I thought I'm going to do a search. I've never known there to be an isolation hospital in this area. Now, for those of you who don't know, the isolation hospital was they were scattered around the country basically for people who had to be held in isolation because they had diseases that you could catch. The air in this area of Britain is very clean, and so there is, I suppose, various places that people like that could go to breathe in the clean air and hopefully get better. So I did a search for an isolation hospital in this area online because I thought that, you know, maybe there's some abandoned ruins somewhere of the hospital or something like that. So in the next frame we see here it says description. This is what I discovered on it. The isolation hospital also had a steam disinfector, and it isolated people who had typhus, which is a very contagious disease. So in order for people not to catch it, they would put them in a nice clean area away from everyone, like I said. But then underneath you can see it says Riversdale, Ravenshoe and Bicklescombe Park maternity homes. And I'm thinking, oh, so they turned an isolation hospital for people with very infectious diseases into a maternity home. That's a little bit odd because obviously when you bring a baby into the world, everything's got to be really clean and, disinfected and nice because babies can catch things. And it says here the date was 1931 to 1956. Now, I'm not sure if that's the date of the isolation hospital when it existed or whether it's the date of the whole thing. And it also says here that you can go to the record office and find out more about it. And I looked into that and found out the record office was actually a local library. It's in a local library. So I thought, oh, maybe I could go there. But my dad was born in this area. Now, my mum wasn't. My mum is from London, but my dad was born in this area. And I thought he was born in the next town along. Anyway, so I say to Dad about this isolation hospital and everything, and he's like, oh yeah, that maternity hospital was actually where I was born. So it turns out that what I've been looking into was where my dad and at least 3 of his 4 brothers were born, which is really neat. And a real big coincidence as well, all because I was a bit curious about something I thought was a bit creepy. So I went on to look to see what it is now, and he told me it's actually a retirement home now, and you can see it is. It's a family-run retirement home. And funnily enough, I looked around on the website for this retirement home, and some of the people there were actually born in the maternity ward, which is, again, really quite odd. So they were born there and they've also retired in the same place. And it looks to be a really nice place. It overlooks a little park. Now that's the park I used to play at when I was a kid because they've got like a little kiddie play area there with slides and things you can climb and, seesaws and stuff. So as you can see, it's a really nice little thing, but also the red brick building was what it's always looked like, even back when it was first built. So on the outside, it looks very much like it was when it was first built. You can see it's got a nice little spire there with a little weather vane at the top. So that's it. It was an isolation hospital, and then it became a maternity home, and now it's a retirement home. And I thought it was interesting because, like I said, my dad was born there. So it's amazing what one small little curiosity can kind of come out with when you do some research. So I thought I'd share that with you today. So if you ever get curious, never be afraid to ask questions, look into it on the internet. You never know what you might find. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and also thanks for watching. And this is Silwolf signing off. I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye everyone.